Welcome back to this Guild Wars Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is the wonderful, the relaxing Regina J. Lacerda. How are you this evening, my lady? Bathing under a tree?
I'm good. How are you? Just having a bit of a chillax here with you and your other friends.
A chillax, guy. I have not heard that term for years. You know, you're giving your age away there. That's such a classic one.
I am a bit old.
Do you know what?
I know. I'm just going to film this episode and then I'm going to get my Zimmer frame and go
make sure that your hip replacement's on straight. I bet you, folks, that Reggie has a white t-shirt with black writing on it that says relax. I bet you. Do you know what that's about, Reggie? Do you remember them? Frankie?
I do not. I do. No,
You don't
the
have
only
one of
white
those.
t-shirt I have with black writing on it says is lost offline. Please return to 127.0.0.1.
Oh my lord, that is the nerdiest t-shirt ever. Can you believe it? 127.0.0.1.
127.0.0.1.
That, of course, is home. Unbelievable. You know what? I haven't seen that t-shirt for years either. But you know what? You're absolutely right. We have someone kneeling beside us. Look at this fine, strapping person that we've got right here. And let's have a look. He's a monk mesmer. And this is Ocken Olak.
Tattoos on him.
Awesome tattoos. Look at the colours there. We've got black and silver, looking mighty fine. Wouldn't mind him running around and protecting us, you know. Level 19 monk mesmer, and we understand that he or she...
Yeah, we do a damn good job of protecting than you would.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Actually, you know what? You're absolutely right, he would. But apparently his UserTube name is Blaze Gun Shark. Is that right? Did I get that right? Or is it Blaze Shark Gun? Which way round is it? I can't remember now.
I've got Blaze Gun Shark.
Blaze Gun Shark. So there you go. A big shout out to you, Ocken Olak, aka Blaze Gun Shark on YouTube. One of our viewers, possibly one of our subscribers as well. Big hello to you, and thank you very much for coming to say hello. Certainly hope that you're having a great day here in Ascalon, and it's nice to meet you. We absolutely love coming across players in game, and of course, if you do play Guild Wars, make sure you add both Reggie and myself and say hello, and you might find yourself at the beginning of an episode just like this. So anyway, in the meantime, Reggie, we have got lots and lots to do. One of the things we were talking about before we started filming, you were, as always, giving me heaps about all my things that I collect. And, oh gosh, look how tall he is. Look at that. He's a big strapping young lad, isn't he? That's incredible. Look at the chest on him. Goodness gracious. Anyhow,
settle down, Sam.
We were talking about my terrible habit of hoarding things. And of course, you can see here, folks, I've actually done not too bad. I've actually emptied my bags out. But Reggie, you asked me if I have a rune of holding. And of course, I'm looking on my bags here, and I don't. Now, we've got to put a fix to that. I mean, at the moment, my bags only hold 5 items each. Not a rune of holding. A rune of holding. What do you mean, ruin? You picking on my accent again.
Because you do ruin your bags.
Oh no, that was the corniest joke ever in the history of corny. Seriously, just as well Ocken Olak here can't hear what we're saying because he'd be groaning, he'd be rolling around, groaning away. Oh, that was the worst joke ever. Anyway, for my ruin of holding, can we please fix that? Because I really do need extra bag space because everybody knows I'm a major hoarder. And of course, you go to give me things, we go to loot.
I'm hoping you do get some bag space because I actually have something that I wouldn't mind. Oh, this is going to be really hard to say. I have some presents for you that I want to give you. Oh, dear.
What? Hang on. Oh, shock. Shock isn't an emote. Wait a minute, can she gasp? No, gasp isn't. What?
You can do this. Wait a minute. Oh, typing.
A double take. That's the one. Hang on. DUBOUBLETAKE. Let's try that. There we go. Yep, that's exactly how I feel. Did you say you're going to give me something? No way.
Yes, I am. Well, I have been questing around with one of my other characters, and I found some pretty neat items that I wasn't able to use, but I was able to strip off the like some extra bits on them, and there are a few things that will actually be good for your character. So I thought I'd
Whoa!
offer them to you.
Look at this, folks. Unbelievable. This is an unprecedented occasion here where Reggie's actually... So
this is not even me passing on something that someone else has
I know.
given me. This is me of my own will.
I don't know. I'm choking.
When normally I'm...
Oh, my Lord! What the heck? What the heck is going... Look at that. Poor... You scared even Ocken. Look at him. He's scared. I told you. What on earth is going on? What is that?
Well, normally I'm a bit of a Grinch.
You aren't... Oh, okay. I must admit... Okay, this is the first time ever. Reggie gets 10 internet points from me for... That was very well done, I must say. Where did you get that costume from? That is amazing.
I actually got it in the Winter's Day festival.
Oh, okay. So it turns you into a Christmas Grinch, obviously. That is so cool. I love it.
Yes.
That's all right. We're very well done. Amazing. But look, more to the point, folks. You can see up here, I've got a ritualist rune of major restoration magic, and that can attach to armor. I've got a radiant insignia here, and that also attaches to armor. And I also have a monk rune of minor smiting prayers, which I do use smiting prayers, and that also attaches to armor. So I'm going to absolutely take them. So basically, these were on items that dropped out in the wild for you, and you thought of me and sent and gave them to me. I can't believe that. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. So, but yeah, what that means, of course, folks, as you can see here, my bags are getting fuller. So let's wave goodbye to our friend here, who is Ocken Olek. And once again, what was it? Blaze Shark Gun? I keep getting it mixed up. Blaze Gun Shark. Let's say bye-bye. Oh, no, hang on. How do you wave goodbye? Is it goodbye? No. We'll say wave. I wish there was a bye emote like goodbye. But here we are. Thank you for joining us, Ocken. We do appreciate your support as always, and thank you for coming along to say hello. So what we need to do, obviously, Reggie...
How about that? The Grinch can actually do emotes.
Oh, yeah, actually, probably that's asking a bit much, I'd imagine, for... Look at the way it runs. That's classic. That is absolutely classic. That's so funny.
Cool.
But of course, what we have to do, folks, is get ourselves a rune of holding. And just an important note now, Reggie, I have a backpack here, which already holds 20 items. I'm going to go ahead and assume that if I buy one of these runes of holding here, now, by the way, folks, you can see here, you use it to increase the size of a bag from 5 to 10 slots, which is going to be lots of use for us, and it's 500 gold. Yeah, so a backpack is 20. It's not going to increase the backpack size, is it?
It's just going to increase the bag size, not the belt pouch.
Right, so no backpack and no belt pouch. So don't fall into the trap that I did, folks, which of course is I bought 3 of them once upon a time, thinking I'd be able to expand the belt pouch, and no, I couldn't, so I wasted my money. But I've got 2 bags here.
Well, actually, I don't know if it expands the equipment pack either. So if you buy one, try and expand that first, and it doesn't work, then you can use it on the bags and you won't waste your money.
Good idea. Okay, so we'll try it on the small equipment pack. And of course, if you ever want to know how you get that small equipment pack, just ask Reggie. Or if you can't be bothered asking Reggie, you can go back to one of our earlier episodes where we actually explain how you get that thanks to Reggie. All right, so let's buy this rune of holding.
These days you can actually buy it from a merchant, but it will cost you 2 platinum, 500 gold, which is a hefty price.
It is a hefty price. All right, here we go. Rune of holding, double clicking it, and I'm going to try it on the small equipment pack, and only bags can be improved, it says. So it's got to be named bag. So yeah, that leaves our 2 bags here. So let's try it on the bag. There we go. And look at that, folks. Got ourselves an extra row of blank icon space there. So we've effectively doubled our bag. So very happy about that. Do you reckon I should get it for both bags or just the one, Reggie?
Definitely for both. You're a hoarder by nature, so you need to have as much storage as possible.
All right. It pains me because, ouch, that's I've just spent a platinum. Do you know, I mean, not only am I a hoarder, but I'm a Scrooge as well. That's a lot of money. Ouch.
That is a lot of money. But think of all the extra baubles you'd be able to fit into your bags because of them.
Well, yeah, that's true. That is true. And at the end of the day, of course, that means more money, more things I'm able to bring back from our adventures, and that means more cash, of course, at the end of the day, because I can sell them up. So there we go. A bag holds 10 items now, and this bag holds 10 items. You'd be very proud of me, Reggie. I now have huge sacks. So there we are. Okay, now we have to look at our log. Now that we've got that out of the way, I've increased the size of my bags. So I'm now carrying around much bigger bags. So I'm looking at my quest log, and
You're talking about the bags under your eyes, aren't you? Yep, that's it.
I'm not sure what Reggie's giggling about. I have no idea. Here we are.
I'm just thinking of a joke I heard earlier today. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, do you know what? Actually, now that I've got these bigger bags, I hope it doesn't make me walk funny. I really do, because, well, when you think about it, the bags are bigger. So, I mean, you know, they're going to be heavier. What if it makes me walk different? Anyway.
He's going to have a limp because of it.
Because of my big bags. Well, the other thing, of course, is I'm not sure that it's appropriate for a lady to have big bags either. I mean, you know, I'm all dainty. I don't want to be seen as a pack mule or anything. So I'm not sure, folks. What do you think at home? Do you think it's appropriate for a lady to have great big bags? Anyway, we're looking in our quest log. And
well, if you talk about a handbag, there is nothing wrong with a big handbag.
Oh, don't get me started on...
Let's face it, there are so many more things that women need to carry around on a daily basis than men.
Well, that is true, but you know what? I've always called...
Including the man's keys, the man's phone, all the things the man doesn't want to carry around, he gives to the woman to put in her handbag.
So what you're saying is that in real life you are a pack mule. But you know what? It's funny because speaking of bags and what I think of ladies' handbags, I've always called them a particular thing. And it's odd because, you know, we have this fascination with Doctor Who, and I never put two and two together. But I've always suggested that a lady's handbag is basically a TARDIS.
It's a bit like a TARDIS.
It is, because you can fit so much crap in there. It's like this never-ending space. It's like on the outside it's like a foot wide, but on the inside it's got like 10 cubic meters of space. The amount of rubbish you fit in there. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. Anyway, what we need to do...
it took me 4 days to find my iPod last week.
Oh, right, because it took you half an hour. You had to empty it all out. And, oh, look, there's my bicycle. That's where I put my car. Oh, look, it's an ex-husband. Oh, it's an old boyfriend. Oh, that's... Yeah, anyway. Looking in our quest log, desperately trying to save us from this conversation going way into the gutter, we have a quest here that we were looking at in the last episode, if you joined us at home, folks. Oh, what's that? What is that? Was that you?
Oh, I found that in my handbag.
Oh my God. Oh dear. We're going to spend a whole episode just about Reggie's handbag. This is terrible. Reggie's handbag and my big sacks. So there we go. Looking in our quest before we go any further down that path. Barradin's Advance, folks. We got this quest here.
Thank God I recently haven't had surgery, otherwise I'd be popping my stitches right now.
It's going to turn into another pants episode, isn't it? Barradin's Advance. Go to the... Look, Reggie's completely lost the plot. Go to the Hammer Gate and talk to Gate Guard Hollis. And of course, you remember we spoke about this in the last episode. Pretty sure Gate Guard Hollis is a familiar name from pre-Searing, by the way. Pretty sure if we went out to the Guild Wars wiki, we'd find him there. Anyway, it's asking us to go out the front gates. Will we ever make it out the front? Yes, the gremlin is lumbering along outside the front gate, and will she make it through? We did! Well done us. It only took us 15 minutes, and we actually made it outside. You lost your costume.
My enchantment.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, it said that it lasts for 50 minutes, but it must be 50 minutes.
There you go.
Through,
So we were literally in there for 15 minutes. That's terrible. Oh,
no,
dear me.
50.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, 50. Oh, okay. All right. Now, it must have come off when we walked out the gate, I guess. Doesn't persist through the gate. All right, so looking for where we're headed, and looks like it's up in the northwest, Reggie. Gosh, you know what? We've been to that gate so many times. It's becoming such a familiar area for us now. So many quests send us to the gate, but of course, you know, that's to be expected because the gate plays such a big part in the lore of Guild Wars. because, of course, it was basically our last bastion of defence, wasn't it? And Reggie, you were able to explain to us the whole story behind the Great Northern Wall there. I remember back when we did that instance, and that was that we were taking it back, wasn't it? Because the Char effectively took it off us through the events of the Great Searing. Yeah, but then
pre-Searing, you could find lots of Char on that side of the gate, but never found them on the other side. And then the Char sort of made that big push, and with the big Bernie weapony thing.
The Searing? Searing, there you go.
Terms. That's the one.
There you go, folks. It's no longer called pre or post Searing in this game. It is now called pre or post big weapony Bernie thing. Courtesy of Regina Jalisseur.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so make sure we go along to that's another entry in the Guild Wars wiki that'll have to be updated because Reggie says so. Anyway, so the Char took it off us, and of course we did the Great Northern Wall mission in order to take it back. You know, that's a great thing I love about the missions in this game. Is that they're just not arbitrary beat-em-ups. They're not just there for the sake of it. They actually form a great big massive chunk of the story, of the lore of the game.
They follow this whole storyline right along.
Yeah, and it's
the missions are probably more important to the storyline, but it is good that you can play the game without worrying about the storyline. But when you do follow the storyline, it just adds such depth to the game.
Yeah, definitely, and of course gives everything a reason. And we spoke about this in the last episode as well, about how ArenaNet have done such a good job in terms of the continuity of the game, and of course with the storyline. You know, we see a lot of comments on our YouTube channel for other games, people saying, for example, Rift, I'm thinking about playing Rift, but, you know, does it have a good story? Because I like a good story. You know what, you're never going to have any problems in that respect with Guild Wars, because story is king here. Alright, so Reggie obviously kneeled in front of Balthazar there and got the ghost to come up, and you can see here we've got these tributes. Now, Reggie, explain to us if you can, once again, what on earth happens if we donate 100 or a 50 gold? What does anything happen?
Well, if we donate 100 gold, which is to courage, it gives us a +2 morale boost.
Oh.
And if we donate the 50, we get a holy blessing, which gives us plus 25 maximum health and plus 3 health regeneration. So they're both sort of, yes, they cost money, but while we're sort of out and about and fighting, we actually get a bit of a boost.
All right, that's great. You know what's even greater is that I haven't paid any money, but I've got those buffs. So they're obviously party buffs.
You took my buffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gave them to me is more to the point. But that's interesting.
Well, I wouldn't have done it if I had have known that you got it as well.
Well, gee, thanks a lot, Reggie. Well, too late for that. I have those lovely buffs, so thank you very much. Hey, now, by the way, this person here...
Well, they don't have to be maintained by you and zap your own energy.
No, which is the best thing. But I know you've run off, but there's a Master Ranger Nenti here, and he's got a quest icon above his head, and he's saying greetings.
Really?
Yep, and he's saying a cure. It's to do with a quest called a cure for Relina. Will you help me one last time? Yeah, but I'm clicking on it.
That's one of your. I think that's one of your profession quests.
Well, nothing's happening when I'm clicking on him though.
He's saying to me, greetings, Melandra, blessings upon you. What brings you here this day? And I'm like, nothing. I'll be on my way. Okay,
well, he's saying that to me as well. But underneath that, and you'll see on the video, it's actually got, the icon for a cure for Relina. If I look at the quest, in my log, it says, find Master Ranger Nente. Well, here he is, and I found him. And it just says, will you help me one last time? Go see him. So I come up to him, and in his dialogue, it actually has the quest listed. If I click on it, nothing happens. The dialogue just goes away. So, I don't know, maybe because we're on another quest, or maybe because it's bugged, but it's absolutely, you can see there, folks, you can see I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening. So, well, look, at least we know where he is for next time.
Well, yeah, we can always try and come back next time.
Yeah, maybe it's like the good old Dude, Where's My Char episode where, just bugged out. Look, you know what, it's funny though, because I must admit the quality control in Guild Wars is superb. I mean, that's, one of a couple of bugs out of goodness knows what, thousands of events and incidents that have happened.
we've only experienced, well, this would be now the third bug in how many hours of gameplay have we put up videos for
and
now?
how many quests, how many different events have happened, how many encounters have we had, more importantly, how many scripted events have occurred. And of course, it's always the scripted events that tend to bug out. If in a game, if anything is going to bug out, it'll be that. So, you know what, I'm like you, I'm totally okay with there being the odd bug. I mean, after all, it is a piece of software. And of course, software is going to go bonkers at some point. It's just the nature of the beast. But I must admit, their quality control they obviously devote a large amount of their budget, I'd imagine, and their resources to quality control. Because I tell you what, if you've ever played some of the other games, hey, why is he healing? That was nasty. There's a lot of games out there, and I'm sure you've played it.
How dare he defend himself?
Well, it didn't seem like a shaman or a healing type thing. But anyway, Reggie, I bet you've played heaps of games where the bugs are just rampant. Like, it's almost as if nobody has bothered to do any form of quality control.
Oh yeah, I've got games that after, you know, if I'm playing for more than 20 minutes and I haven't had a bug, I'm having a good day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just shonky, isn't it? They're just obviously cutting corners and just trying to cheap out. It's no good. All right, here we go. I can tell you exactly where Duke Barradin went. Yes, he and a company of red-cloaked vanguard troops passed north through this very gate. We rescued a deserter not long after that. Seems they fell under heavy attack, and the Duke decided to push through, wanted to find refuge in the ruins of Piken Square. Interesting. All right, so we get ourselves a bunch there of XP. Listen, my duties keep me here at the wall, but if you want to try and break through the whole Balthazar-cursed Char army, oh gosh, that sounds a bit daunting. To meet up with Barradin, gods protect you, I say. No doubt the Duke will greet you with open arms. Okay, so let's have a look at this quest in our log. Barradin's stand. Go to Piken Square and see if Duke Barradin needs assistance. So I'm looking up here. All right, that's a what have we got? We've got about 8 minutes left in our episode. Do you reckon we can run to Piken Square
Well,
in that time?
I think we can map travel to Piken Square and actually see what Duke Barradin wants.
Oh,
unless you just want to have a run through.
No, that's good.
The breach and all that.
No, let's do that. Let's do it. Perfect. What do we do? Resign first.
Resign.
Okay, let's do that. There we go, and blah. Yes. It's so funny actually that our henchies die as well. I still would like to know why your cat...
And I love it that Hello Kitty doesn't.
Oh, I know, it's amazing. She's probably standing there going, again, guys, what's going on? All right, here we go. Where do we end up?
Taking a nap.
Ended up at Sardelac Sanitarium. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, map travel us, oh wise ranger. Here we go, off to Piken Square. And you know, that's funny you should say that, because of course that's exactly what map travel is for. If you weren't here, I would have actually run there myself, stupidly. Although then again, there's nothing wrong with running there, folks, if you want to do that, because of course every kill is extra XP and a chance of dropping a good item. So yeah, there's no harm in doing that. But for the purposes of time...
No, and if I hadn't been running around and got those drops, you wouldn't have got those wonderful...
my neat enhancements.
Thingy add-ons.
Exactly.
But I could have sold for gold. I could have gotten something for them.
I know. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. It'll help you at the end of the day, because it means I'll be a better healer. So, you know, you're just being selfish at the end of the day. Anyway.
Oh, I've been found out.
Here we go. Now, I'm going to list off my quests, because I know I've got a couple in here that are monk specific. So, do you have unnatural creatures?
Sambo, I think I can actually say that we only have one quest in common, so unnatural creatures, no.
Okay, really? Protecting Ascalon, you don't have, I know that. Mesmerizing the enemy, I know you won't have that.
No.
A cure for Relina, no. Oh, right, so Althea's Ashes, that's it. Are you kidding?
That's it.
Wait a minute.
I know.
So hang on, so apart from my profession quests, is that it? So if I didn't have my profession quests, I'm looking at the map here, and are we saying that out of Serenity Temple, Fort Rannoch, Ascalon City, Sardelac Sanitarium, Ruins of Sirmia, Frontier Gate, Great Northern Wall, and Piken Square, and the Greenwich Courthouse even, is that it? So is it forcing us to go northwards? Like, are we done in terms of all the questing around the southern areas down here?
We are getting close to being, needing to move on.
Wow. Okay. You know what? What I think we should do then is we should stick to the storyline quests. I can do my profession-specific ones at any time. So let's select. I know it's going to be a bit bonkers, but look, we're near the end of the episode. Why don't we give it a go? We've got an outpost up near the Flame Temple corridor. You can see there, folks. Greenwich Courthouse. Reggie, would you be so kind as to maybe map travel us there? And we'll give this Althea's Ashes quest a go. I mean, look, both you and I know it's going to be rough. We don't have an Alter and Alt this time to protect us. But you know what?
We don't.
But we've got to move.
Strong Alter and Alt.
I know, help us, you're our only hope. But look, we've got to move north at some point, so we might as well give it a go and see what happens. Let's head on out, I say. See what happens. We'll probably die.
So you're saying you want to try and go north, or do you want to do the quest?
Well, the quest I've got here, which is Althea's Ashes, I think that's the one that you've got. It's basically saying we need to go at the front gate and go north into the Flame Temple corridor. Is that what you've got?
Yeah. That's what I've got.
I say we give it a go. I mean, we've got no choice. We're going to have to do it at some point. And why not give it a go? At least we can test the waters. Because, folks, the reason we're being a bit nervous about it is traditionally these quests to the north are quite rough. There's, I don't know. If there's one complaint I have about Guild Wars, and it's minor, by the way, but the level of difficulty seems to take a huge leap once we start getting into these Deesa lowlands, which is around here.
I think it's sort of more a case of some of the more heavy storyline quests are a little bit more tricky.
Right. And of course, it's probably one of those transitional areas where we're barely of level. So we're right at the bottom of the curve, I'd imagine, i.e. the monsters are the next tier up, so to speak. So they're probably, an order of difference tougher and can beat us up a lot harder. But we're probably at the bottom of that curve.
The level is the same level that our Merc's currently at.
Right, which is level 8.
Level 8 Char, and we've got, level 8 Mercs. So it's a little tricky.
Yeah, and of course we're used to... Well, we're used to having mobs that are a lot lower level than us, so I guess it's a bit of a shock to the system. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that, folks, because at the end of the day, it just means you've got to play a little bit smarter and use your tactical advantages, which I never do. But that's really what Guild Wars Combat is about. And that brings up another point, Reggie, that a number of people have actually seen, that I've seen a number of people comment about actually on our channel. And these are people that don't play Guild Wars and of course are very interested in it because they love the look of it and they love what they see us doing. But they say,
can you blame them? It's a beautiful game.
Oh, absolutely can't blame them. But the thing is, and it's a good point, especially if they don't know, they say, look, I've looked it up online and what's going on because the game level cap is level 20. Now, both you and I know that means nothing really in the grand scheme of things, but it is a tough one to explain to people who haven't played Guild Wars before because they're used to games like WoW or Rift or EverQuest or whatever game that they're normally playing, where of course once you hit level cap with a game like that, you've basically reached what is known colloquially as the end game. So your leveling is over, your questing is over, and all of your skills as a player have already been got. You can't get any more, and that's it. You are relegated to doing end-game raiding or any other end-game activities. Of course, Reggie, what we know is that really levels 1 to 20 can often be described as a glorified advanced tutorial because really at the end of the day, once you reach level 20, that's when the real game begins, doesn't it? Really?
Well, that is. I mean, by the time you reach level 20, you're not that far into the world, but it does give you a good chance to actually play with all your skills, play with your skill configurations, and really get to know your character.
That's right, and in fact, you really have to start building up your skill points. And of course, you've basically only really covered about a fifth of the world. I mean, there's all the adventuring still to go. By the way, Reggie, sorry, I have to stop, I think, in a second, because for some reason, Vista, let's have a look what it's doing.
Frame rate issues.
Yeah, it's been fine. It's actually sitting on 1 frame per second at the moment. I think this is really funny. Oh my God,
man.
I can't get to you because I just literally can't click on the screen. So hang on, folks, we'll be right back as I try and fix that up. And here we go, folks, we're back. No idea, sorry about that. Vista was playing up once again, mind of its own. All right, let's carry on.
Yeah, but as we've spoken about before, you're still using Vista.
I know.
No one to blame yourself on that one.
Fault. I know. I've really got to upgrade to Windows 7, folks. Gosh, it's all happening here.
I've reminded you many a time about the date that I was at the product release. Not the product release, but the when they were showing off what Windows 7 can do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's my own fault. But seriously, I mean, Vista, we were talking about this off camera, and the design decisions that they made, I mean, it boggles me in terms of the way it handles memory, and the biggest bugbear that I have, of course, is when you specifically tell Vista to not turn on particular processes and to turn off features, and then lo and behold, all on its own, it just goes and turns them back on again. I mean, don't get it. Hey, by the way, stopping my complaining for now, look at aren't the reflections on the water here just incredible? I absolutely love this.
Well, I did notice that when you were running through the tar pit there, you kind of were not underwater, but sort of, under tar.
Oh, really?
You're such a shorty.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, that's true. I am such a shorty. Pretty funny. Now, where is this? What are we looking for? I'm going to look at our quest log.
Well, it looks like there's a portal coming up, and it looks like we have to literally run through the tar past all these massive bones.
Yeah, which are awesome. Oh, look! The Flame Temple Corridor. Yeah, actually it does. It takes us into the Flame Temple Corridor. Look at that. And look, folks, we're actually getting new parts of our map unlocking there. You can see them being uncovered. So we're really heading into the north now. And this is really exciting because I know a lot of people... Do you know, it's funny, we were talking before, Reggie, about that kind of artificial barrier of people when they find the Flame Temple Corridor, or that indeed they don't even get as far as the courthouse up here because they try to run through the Diessa lowlands over here and they just kind of give up because they don't enlist the help of other players. And I remember reading an article once about Guild Wars, and a lot of people actually stop at this point and don't go any further. And they've never seen the Flame Temple Corridor. Yeah, it's quite a common thing.
Oh, well, here we go. Let's have a look at it.
Yep, here we go. And this will be a great way to finish off our episode. And do apologise that we've gone over time, folks, by the way. But we thought we might as well get through here. There we go, the Flame Temple Corridor. So for all you folks who have never seen it before, there you go. We are now in you. Flame Temple Corridor, we are in you. And look, we've got a... I don't know, what do you think? Should we run our way to the asterisk? Should we get there as quick as possible and then finish off the episode? Might as well.
Oh, we'll see if we can get there.
We've come so far.
Not making any promises.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, every time I hear just the sound of the char attack, you know, that, I don't know what kind of sound it is. It's sort of a metal sound.
Yep, I know the one you mean. And you know what, that's a mark of great sound design too, by the way. And there's a couple of games where that happens. A lot of them are my favourites, where you can actually recognise what's going on by the sound. You don't even have to be watching, and quite often it'll be the sound of the monsters, and of course in this case you're absolutely right, you can tell when it's the char because of that characteristic sort of, I don't know what it is, but you can definitely tell it's the char.
Like, almost like it melts down a metal object. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. That's exactly what it sounds like. And, you know, especially, and I know I keep harping on about WoW, but one area where, to be honest, I haven't come across a game that's got it beat in terms of the sound effects for the spells that you can cast and the abilities that you can use. And, of course, it's especially... Oh, looks like we've lost a mage there. Just as well I can restore him. Oh, restore life. I can res in combat, that's interesting. But WoW has a great way of letting you know what's going on in terms of abilities, and it's especially useful in PvP because you can tell exactly what's being done to you just by the sound effects. It's very well done, I must say. And to a certain extent, I think the same is true, obviously, of our lovely Guild Wars here as well. very familiar sounds.
Oh, of course, not only the mobs you can sort of tell, but yeah, you can tell the sound of the spells being cast as well.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so where are we headed?
If you hold down control, just if you look at how many mobs there are out there, they seem to be all in groups, but there's all groups.
Alright, you know what, I think we should probably put our tail between our legs and wrap up this episode here, or else it's going to be a lengthy, epic 3-hour run, I think, to get where we need to go. But that's okay, we're only just through the portal, so of course that means we can start from there at the beginning of our next episode, I'd imagine. Once we've knocked over these last couple here. And then of course we'll get to explore.
Shaman there, so...
Oh, is there? Oops, here we go, we'll use...
Target on him.
Yep, and we'll concentrate on our healing at this point, so we don't want everybody to die.
Indeed, yes please. I'll get a minion or two going.
Good old Raise Dead. Oh, and that was a funny thing too. That reminds me, we were talking about the WoW trading card game the other day, and of course you were relating very well to one of the abilities on my Death Knight character in the trading card game, because of course one of its abilities is to raise the dead into undead minions, which was quite funny. We of course immediately thought of Reggie here in Guild Wars. But anyway, folks, we've run out of time. That is us. Is that a portal over there, Reggie? What's that over there?
I don't know. It looks like they could be portals, but it's sort of not showing as a portal on the map.
No. It definitely bears having a look at. Looks like it's just an effect of some sort.
I think they're just effects behind the, like, sort of chimney against a wall.
That is weird.
Something.
Wow. And of course, trying to avoid these monstrous char over there. Yikes,
just scouting around the outside of this little...
I know, there's a whole heap of them there, aren't there?
Something.
Looking menacing.
There is.
Good lord. Anyway, folks, that is it. Well and truly for us, over time, as always. We're very sorry about that, but certainly hope you enjoyed that lengthy episode as we get ourselves killed. I think this could be curtains for us. Oh boy!
Couldn't well be.
Oh, this is one way to go, isn't it? I'm trying to res you. Did I get you? Yes, just as
you did.
just as I died.
Oh, and there I go again.
Oh my god, this is going to be like, I'm going to try and res you once more. I don't think I'm going to make it this time, and no. Look at those char. How many of them are there? Oh my lord.
The mercs have taken a couple of out at least.
They did well. Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, it's all quiet here.
Oh, right. Well, that's one way to end an episode, folks. You can't complain that there's no excitement in our episodes. There we go. Out with a bang. Anyway, we must away. Certainly hope you enjoyed that episode. As we made our way north, you can see here into the Flame Temple corridor, and I guarantee you in the next episode we'll hopefully make it a little bit further. Also, in an episode upcoming in the pretty near future, we've got to do these Ruins of Sirmia missions as well in there. We'll definitely do that. So, of course, in the meantime, folks, certainly hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Certainly hope you enjoyed this episode. And join us in the next one. On behalf of myself, Sambo, Seraphis Heals a lot, and of course the lovely Regina J. Lacerda, it's us saying take care. We'll see you later, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.